केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Namaskar, good evening. You're watching the News Hour and I'm Swati Joshi. Tomorrow is the last day of campaigning for the phase 1 of Bengal elections, and in the last leg, after fish, eggs and meat, now a vegetarian dish has entered the poll platter. Who would have thought that 3 days before the first vote is cast, West Bengal Chief Minister and her party would be focusing on a humble roadside snack, the jhalmuri. For the uninitiated, it's a popular spicy street food snack in Bengal made of puffed rice mixed with mustard oil, pungent spices and chopped vegetables. But when the Prime Minister of India decides to have a taste, it makes for a perfect recipe for a fiery showdown. So here is what happened. On campaign trail, the Prime Minister made an unscheduled stop to savor jhalmuri in Jhargram on Sunday. Watch this video first. That was later posted on social media and ended up clocking more than 10 crore views within 24 hours on Instagram and almost 9 crore views on Facebook.
हाँ, अच्छे वाला कितने का होता है?
10-20।
हाँ, जो भी है बना दो। हाँ,
जहालमुड़ी खाएंगे?
खाएंगे, बिल्कुल खाएंगे। तो कितना 10 रुपए देना है?
दुकान में आए सर।
हाँ, 10 रुपए देना है। नहीं भाई, ऐसा नहीं।
प्याज खाते हैं आप?
हाँ,
प्याज खाते हैं?
हाँ, प्याज खाते हैं। दिमाग नहीं खाते बस।
Now, it is not unusual for the Prime Minister to mingle with the voters or bystanders as part of his roadshows. But such is the intensity of Bengal battle that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee herself came out to dismiss and downplay the snack break in a frame-by-frame rebut. Take a look.
কালকে মাইক পিট করে দোকানে ঝালমুড়ি এসপিজিকে দিয়ে তৈরি করিয়ে 10 টাকা কখনো পকেটে থাকে ওনার? কত নাটক! নির্বাচনের সময় গুহাতে গিয়ে বসে থাকেন, কখনো নির্বাচনের সময় বলে আমি চায়ওয়ালা, 10 টাকা বের করে ঝালমুড়ি খাচ্ছে। বুঝুন, সেই ঝালমুড়িটাও নিজেদেরই তৈরি করা। আর যদি তৈরি করা না হবে তাহলে দোকানে ক্যামেরা ফিট আগের থেকে ছিল কি করে? জিজ্ঞাসা করুন। সব নাটক মানুষ বোঝে না।
And now this incident took place in Jhargram, where the tribal population is around 30%. Sure enough, the TMC gave the matter a tribal twist as well, alleging that PM's detour was planned to deprive Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren from campaigning. TMC says Soren's chopper was denied permission to land because of Prime Minister's extended program, a charge that BJP calls baseless and unpalatable.
The Prime Minister of India stopped by for a snack, and it's his right to stop by for a snack. It was completely spontaneous, wasn't it? I mean, it just happened like that. But because of this stopover, the Chief Minister of Jharkhand could not take off in his helicopter, and he and his wife, who was an MLA, had to miss a campaign.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने झालमुड़ी क्या खाई है? तीखापन जो है झालमुड़ी का, वो सीधे पहुंच गया टीएमसी के हलक में। उनको पता लग गया कि प्रधानमंत्री आम आदमी से कनेक्ट हो गए, प्रधानमंत्री आम आदमी के नेता हैं।
But this is not the only front on which the BJP and TMC are locking horns. The other major development that spilled over from the weekend was the reported shutdown of operations at IPAC, the political consultancy firm that works with the TMC. It began on Saturday when, according to sources, IPAC employees were verbally told not to come to the office until further orders. Today, we found the company's Kolkata offices locked. The agency says it is making operational changes due to legal issues, and there are reports of resignations. The move follows ED raids that led to the arrest of IPAC director Vinesh Chandel and the repeated summoning of IPAC leadership for their alleged role in a money laundering case. IPAC founder Rishi Raj was also summoned today, but he chose to skip. Now, the TMC, which insists all is well, is calling the shutdown narratives a deliberate attempt to distract from the mood on ground.
Let the government, who have 20 agencies they are working with, CBI, ED, Godi Media, owners, not journalists. They've got so many agencies. We're doing fine. All is well. We have to understand, when we talk about young people in agencies. We are young people in their 20s and 30s. We mustn't do anything which will jeopardize their careers. So we are a responsible political party. And as my chief minister said yesterday, everyone will be taken care of.
देखिए, ममता बनर्जी जान रही हैं कि वो चुनाव हार रही हैं, इसलिए एक रैली में उन्होंने कहा टाटा बाय बाय, खुदा हाफिज, फिर मिलेंगे, तृणमूल रहा तो मिलेंगे। तो उन्होंने तो विदाई भाषण दे दिया। उन्होंने तो मान लिया कि वो जाने वाली हैं और बीजेपी आने वाली है, और इसलिए अब इस तरह की बयानबाजी कर रही हैं। वो सेंट्रल एजेंसी पर आरोप लगा रही हैं, उससे कुछ होने वाला नहीं है।
Well, the TMC chief, in fact, offered to induct each one of the IPAC employees left jobless into her party ranks. Listen.
আরে আমাদের রোজই তো ইডি রেড করছে, ইলেকশনের সময় কেন ভাই? তোমার মনে পড়লো তুমি আমাদের এজেন্সিগুলোকে বলছো যারা আমাদের পার্টির কাজ করে বাংলা ছেড়ে চলে যাও কেন? তোমার তো 50টা আছে, আমাদের ক্ষমতা নেই, আমাদের একটা আছে। শুনুন, ওদের ভয় দেখালে ওরা আমার দলের সাথে যুক্ত হবে এবং আমরা ওদের চাকরি দেবো, আমরা ওদের করে দেবো। এটা মাথায় রেখে দিন। আমি একটি ছেলেকেও চাকরি ছাড়া করব না। আমি সকালে অভিষেকের সাথে কথা বলেই এসছি। পরিষ্কার বলি, আপনাদের এই চক্রান্ত।
Now, given the high voltage battle, the security forces are also gearing up. A high-level security meeting was held in Kolkata, attended by the top leadership of India's Central Armed Police Forces. The agenda was free, fair and fearless polls. But even in this security huddle, TMC spotted politics. TMC MP Mahua Moitra called the DGs of CRPF, BSF, CISF, SSB and ITBP pet IPS officers of BJP. For Sagarika Ghosh, these officers are Paltu IPS officers in Bengal to plan full military-style takeover. All this mockery directed at men in uniform, only trying to ensure elections free of fear. So are these security drills an overkill? Listen in to the tone and tenor of Team Mamata and decide for yourself.
এজেন্টদের অ্যারেস্ট করো, রেড করো। আমি তাদের বলি, তোমাদের সব ইতিহাস আমরা জানি, তোমাদের প্রত্যেকটা নাম, তোমাদের প্রত্যেকটা ঠিকানা, তোমরা কোথায় চাকরি করো আমরা সব জানি। বিজেপি কাল থাকবে না, তখন বুঝে নিও নিরপেক্ষভাবে কাজ না হলে মানুষ কিন্তু বদলা নেবে।
So it's very obvious that tomorrow is the last day of campaigning, that Amit and Narendra are desperate. We have credible information that a meeting has been called by the Home Minister of India in respect to Bengal. CBI head, ED head, NIA head. Some serious action has been planned before phase 2 of the polls. Mark my words, in the next 150 hours, some devious action has been planned.
And that brings us to the legitimate question we are asking tonight. 72 hours before voting, who is displaying signs of desperation? Let's open up the debate. Let's take that question across to our guests.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And tonight we're joined by Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader Congress, joining us on the broadcast. Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst. Somnath Bharti, former Minister of Law, Tourism and Culture, Government of Delhi, and senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. We have Abbas Haider as well on the panel, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And Dr. Pulla Rao, political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to all of you. I want to go across to Mr. Bhattacharya first. If the Prime Minister eats jhalmuri, then that's drama. If there are raids conducted and action taken against leaders or officials of the IPAC, then that's misuse of agency against the TMC. If there are security drills being conducted, it is to scare people. The TMC is doubting everything. For the TMC, everything is a narrative except for the real issues on ground. The focus seems to be on the Prime Minister.
No, very correct you are. I think this is the biggest historical event ever happened. the PM eating jhalmuri, I think no ever any big leader has actually eaten jhalmuri before. And I'm really thankful to the Prime Minister that he has not gone to the toilet after that, because then we could have you could have done a half an hour show on that too, that PM goes to toilet. So the thing is that, we are not talking about, we are just making a larger than, we're trying to create a larger than life image. We are trying to give
All thanks to
everything
the TMC.
a role of propaganda over
Credit
there.
goes to the TMC.
Fine, everything has to be fine.
Credit
and
goes
no question should be
credit
asked.
goes to the
That is the problem that you have.
TMC for
That shouldn't be
highlighting
any-
and for only focusing on the Prime Minister on the Prime
please
Minister
don't talk about TMC.
on the Prime Minister
please,
actually
please, that is-
taking a break, linking it to the insult of tribal voters, tribal community, tribal leaders. It's all thanks to you, thanks to TMC.
See, that is the thing. That is the thing. That people in Bengal can clearly see that number one, Didi never eats jhalmuri, right? Number two, Didi never goes to any shop to buy anything from the poor. No other leader. Rahul Gandhi did a Bharat Jodo yatra. He never went to any small-time shopper or anywhere like that. So you will never find such
Thank you for
videos,
bringing
such
that up.
propaganda images coming
Thank
up.
you for bringing
Anyway,
that
not
up. So
talking
which
about,
means what the Prime Minister
ED
do?
raids,
One second.
CBI
Thank you for bringing
Why
that
if
up.
you're so
Let me just
confident?
add a couple more things to that. Rahul Gandhi also jumped into a waterlogged farm with the Makhana farmers. Rahul Gandhi also dressed up as a coolie, and there were cameras all around him during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Thanks for highlighting all that, because so in that case, what the Prime Minister did is what all the other leaders in the opposition are
They
doing.
used to call it a drama.
But Mr. Bhattacharya, thank you for highlighting that. See how you contradict yourself.
So that is what.
Then leave what the Prime Minister is doing. Just forget about the jhalmuri part. Focus on the elections and the real issues.
I'm just saying, Baba, listen to me. I'm just saying that if the BJP is so confident over there to win, they have already confirmed that the TMC government is going, then why do you need every particular gimmick? Why do you need the help from all the agencies that you have in your power to use over there? You want your ED to be, you can see the overaction of ED over there. The CEC is proactive over there. The CBI is proactive over there. And all at the time of election. At the time of election, you want a special session to be called in the parliament. So everything should happen. The opposition should be completely, indulged in all these gimmicks.
How is the raid or arrest of people affiliated to IPAC equal to action against the TMC?
Oh, Mamta Banerjee has clearly said last time only when the ED has raided the IPAC office that the IPAC are the election managers for us. So they were the.
But the raid was not because they are your election managers.
They can also have the right.
But the raid was not because they are your election managers. But the raid was not because they are your strategic advisors. I mean, TMC strategic advisors or election managers of TMC. It was in a case. It was in a money laundering case. Why are you linking everything to TMC, sir? Why are you linking everything to TMC? And since you're talking about those raids where Mamta Banerjee went and then was seen, taking some files as per the ED or some documents along with her. Do you know what the Supreme Court did in that particular case when it reached the top court? They stayed FIRs against the ED officers. They also said that such a situation can lead to lawlessness, and notices were issued by the Supreme Court. So how is that equal to taking action against the TMC?
Madam, respectfully leave something for the... Would you like me to speak? Please, madam, kindly leave something for the BJP spokesperson to defend as well. If you continue to defend the BJP like that...
I have every right to counter-question you. I have every right to counter-question. I have every right to ask you a counter-question.
Oh, you have every right to counter-question.
You have been talking... One second. One second. Mr. Bhattacharya, these are follow-up questions that I'm asking you.
You have the right to explain.
Absolutely. Go ahead. You're changing goalposts continuously. From Jhalmuri, you went to ED raids.
So why are you feeling so offended? Why are you feeling so offended once I just talk about that? Why can't IPAC play a role of a IT cell? Similarly, that BJP can afford a huge IT cell in the country. Not every political party over here is the cash-rich party in the world. The most cash-rich party in the world is the BJP over here.
Okay.
It is not the party that has
citing just by the way, citing what the Supreme Court said, citing what the Supreme citing what the Supreme Court said is just putting the facts on the table. Nothing to do with taking offense. It's just what the Supreme Court said, and that fact needs to be put on the table. Tuhin Sinha, everything that the BJP is doing at the moment is to ensure that the polls, that the elections in West Bengal are not free, contrary to what you claim, contrary to what you state. Everything is a staged drama.
Well, good evening, Swati. Good evening, everybody. 2 months ago, only the BJP supporters were saying Paltano Dorkar, Chai BJP Sarkar. Today, entire Bengal, 10 crore population is saying that, and this has left the TMC absolutely rattled. So while we are enjoying the Muri, they are flabbergasted by the jhal of the Muri, and they are spending restless nights calling it a drama. Why is it a drama? It was a master class in reach out. When you connect with somebody's cultural sensitivities, food sensitivities, and that shows how the youth have connected. 10 crore views on Instagram, 10 crore views on Facebook. Have we stopped Mamata Banerjee from doing that? She should go and have Machar Chhol
Same thing
on the
happened
streets.
in 2021
she should
as well.
go and have Sandesh. She should go and have Patti. Please don't margin. She should go and have Patti Shapta. But fact is these pizza-eating TMC guys have lost the connect with the cultural sensitivities of the people of Bengal, and that is why today they find themselves isolated. Now, point number 2, on the IPAC issue, let me make this very clear, that the charges against IPAC are very grave, that if they come true, then I'm sorry, IPAC was not an election management agency. It was a money laundering firm of TMC disguised as an election
management. Same thing that the opposition is calling about.
One second, Mr. Bhattacharya, one second. I'll come to you. One second.
Not grave at all.
Can you ask him?
Okay, Mr. Bhattacharya, I'll come to you. I'll give you a chance to rebut. 1 second.
He has not been trained by the TMC.
Okay, but Tuhin Sinha, tell me something. When Mamata Banerjee was seen campaigning with a plaster on her leg, with a cast on her leg, it was called drama. The same description is used for Rahul Gandhi when he is seen interacting with the farmers. And the timing of the IPAC raids is suspicious as per the TMC.
No, the ED has been after them from January. So it's an ongoing process. It's not something which has been started all of a sudden. And if the accused have started cooperating now, it is not as if we will hold back action just because, TMC is in the picture. Gone are the days when there was political match fixing between the Congress party and TMC. Now there is no match fixing, and therefore TMC will have to face the music. Now, two very important points I need to make, and please ask him to calm down. Please understand that, the allegations are about the proceeds of coal scam being routed through this particular agency. So it's a money laundering firm.
Okay.
Number 2, if the office is suddenly shut down, my knowledge is that the TMC has asked it to shut its office because TMC knows that some very explosive information is coming out through those accused who are being grilled.
Okay.
And therefore it is TMC which has asked them to pack their bags and operate from outside Bengal. So TMC should stop this drama. It's end game TMC. The whole, cut culture in Bengal is coming to an end. And Mamata Banerjee has been, at times has said it in her own campaign, goodbye Tata. I don't know what all she has been saying to her supporters.
Okay. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, now Derek O'Brien says, mark my words, in the next 150 hours, some devious action has been planned. Something is going to happen. Is that not fear-mongering?
See, the politics of Bengal is all on fear-mongering. Modi ji speaks about law and order issue. Modi ji speaks about Ghuspaitiya. Modi ji believes in optics. If there are issues, yes, there are issues in Bengal, and eventually people will choose which is a better government, whether it's a TMC, BJP or Congress. But the idea is the play field should be fair. Everyone should have a fair chance to have a fair play. the IPAC case is very serious issue because you understand IPAC is the same agency which worked for BJP in 2014. So BJP exactly knows what kind of data IPAC can have. That is a serious concern. If you go and raid an agency which do a political campaign and you know what is that agency is capable of, I think that is when the whole doubt creates. And we have seen how BJP used all these agencies for their political mileage, for pressure politics. So I think let the play field be fair. Let the best man win. Let people choose who's
How
the
can it be?
better.
How can it be fair when you have already made up your mind and you jump to
policy.
conclusions that the agencies are being used or misused, rather, that the agencies are being misused to target IPAC because it's a political consultant of the TMC? How can it be a level playing field when Mamata Banerjee says arrest the agents, conduct raids? One second. When Mamata Banerjee says, you know, BJP will not be there tomorrow, so understand if you don't act impartially, people will take revenge. We know everyone's name and address. How can there be a level playing field?
Everyone knows that BJP has a washing machine. They send ED to people, and then those who succumb to their pressures eventually get distilled into washing machine and join BJP. 25 politicians who has ED cases against them, 23 joined them, and cases were dropped. So there's no assumption here, Swati ji. It is quite evident and visible to people how BJP has used
wants
this.
all the IPAC, all the IPAC people to join BJP.
There are cases.
तो बीजेपी क्या करना चाह रही है? सारे आईपैक के लोगों को चाह रही है कि वो बीजेपी ज्वाइन कर ले. ममता बनर्जी भी उनको जॉब ऑफर कर रही हैं.
नहीं स्वाति जी, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूं, मैं ये भी नहीं बोल रहा हूं कि आईपैक हो सकता है, आईपैक करप्शन में हो, केसेस होंगे, बट द टाइमिंग ऑफ दीज केसेस इज क्वेश्चनेबल.
तो फिर फर्क क्या पड़ता है? देन मिस्टर मिश्रा, फर्क क्या पड़ता है? If you are saying that maybe, if you are saying, even if you are using the word maybe, even if you are saying maybe corruption has happened, तो फिर क्या फर्क पड़ता है कि एक्शन कब लिया जा रहा है? Should one wait and say, okay, fine, you are corrupt, keep on carrying your act of corruption, we'll wait till the elections are over and only then we will act?
See, it is the history which we learn from. We have seen how BJP has used these agencies to do a pressure politics and election के बाद सारा ठंडे बस्ते में चला जाता है.
Okay,
एक महादेव ऐप का आपने सुना था ना?
Just take a stand, just say that IPAC.
What happened to that महादेव ऐप scam? इनके अपने नेता आ गए उसमें.
But Mr. Mishra, I'm agreeing with you. Then just take a very clear stand and say that these people are being unfairly targeted. Then why are you giving them a benefit of doubt? Give them a benefit of doubt rather. Why are you saying that हो सकता है कि corruption हो? Then don't say that. क्लियर स्टैंड ले लीजिए.
मैं किसी को क्लीन चिट कैसे दे सकता हूं?
तो कंक्लूजन पे भी जंप नहीं कर सकते ना.
क्वेश्चनिंग द इंटेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट.
तुषार गुप्ता, ओके, पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट्स तुषार गुप्ता फॉर रेजिंग डाउट सेज मिस्टर कुमार.
आज बात वॉशिंग मशीन की हो रही है स्वाति, तो एक वॉशिंग मशीन ना ऑपोजिशन के पास भी है. इसमें दो बटन होते हैं. जब नेशनल अलायंस होती है तो सब एक दूसरे के साथ है, कपड़े एकदम साफ निकलते हैं. जब स्टेट इलेक्शन आता है तो वही मशीन मैले कपड़े बाहर देती है. 6 दिन पहले राहुल गांधी was slamming Mamata Banerjee, saying there is corruption of unprecedented levels, there is joblessness in West Bengal. अब यहाँ अश्वनी जी बैठे परेशान हो रहे हैं कि अपने राहुल गांधी लीडर की लाइन ले या बीजेपी को अटैक करे, और फिर वो बड़े प्यार से कह रहे हैं मे द बेस्ट मैन विन बिकॉज हमारा तो कोई चांस नहीं है. Number 2, I listened to Shubhankar Bhattacharya. I am surprised he says that IPAC is like the extension of the IT cell of the TMC. It begs me to ask this question, that is TMC controlling IPAC, or is IPAC actually running the entire poll campaign for the TMC? Because last I checked, TMC was a formidable force in West Bengal, and if this is the level of dependency, they have an election agency which changes clients every season, naturally. I think the TMC is clearly on the back foot. Since yesterday, after the Prime Minister's rally, you have only seen the TMC spokespersons take pot shots at the BJP and the Prime Minister. For what? for just interacting with a street vendor, for indulging in a local delicacy, because that is how politics works. That is how leaders work. If Mamata Banerjee and TMC were relevant in any other state in India, they would have known, but that is how leaders interact. They interact with the locals there, they indulge in local delicacies, but somehow the TMC is paranoid by it.
Okay.
Number 3, they are saying that there is so much of mobilization of forces in West Bengal. This is almost like a war zone, and other social media commentary that has been made today. You tell me, Swati, in 2021, what did the report of the National Human Rights Commission say? And that had members from the West Bengal government also. They documented how the post-poll violence was held. They documented how voters of the BJP were targeted by some fringe groups. So if today the government wants free and fair elections, not the government rather, the election commission wants free, fair and transparent elections, what's the harm? It benefits the Congress also. Who knows, the people might vote for the Congress, you know, in a parallel universe. They might want to go back to Mamata Banerjee or the BJP. The important thing here is people should come out and vote. But for some reason, that also rattles the TMC. So I think the TMC and the Congress should also make up their mind that are they actually together as they tend to show us, or has TMC kicked the Congress out of the alliance again? And that is where Rahul Gandhi and Ashwani Mishra are getting all rattled over the BJP actually improving its prospects in Kolkata and West Bengal.
I want a quick rebuttal from Mr. Bhattacharya before I go across to Somnath Bharti, Abbas Haider and Dr. Pullara, who are waiting patiently. Thank you very much. Quick rebuttal from Mr. Bhattacharya.
Yes, Swati, first let me just brief Mr. Tushar Gupta about what free and fair election should be. The job of any election commission is to ensure that even one legitimate voter shouldn't go without practicing his right. But in this particular case, what about the 25 lakh voters? What about the 25 lakh voters who are just fate is hanging in balance, who can't vote just because, and you are just deleting them in the name of logical discrepancy? In which other state did it happen? Name one state where it has happened. No, you have tried to influence the election in every possible way. So anything, this election can be anything but free and fair.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Tushar Gupta, very quickly.
Why does the TMC make it sound that the percentage deletions in West Bengal is higher than any other state? It's not like SR deletions have not happened. It's simple paperwork. If you're an elector in that state, you have to show the paperwork. People are not being randomly marked and being excluded from the voter list. There was a mechanism through Form 6, 7 and 8 that you could make an appeal.
Wow.
Did your booth agents facilitate that? And mind you, Mr. Bhattacharya, the other day you were confused. The difference between electors and population was unknown to you.
Such a lame answer. You mean to say that Nandigram deletion of 98% of voters, they are all illegitimate, they are all Bangladeshis. 98% of voters, the
64% of them are Hindu. Talk about that.
92% voters from the Malda, they are all Bangladeshis. Say that.
Why don't you talk about 64%?
Okay, all right. Let me bring in our other guests as well. I want to quickly go across to Mr. Bharti. So if top security officers are meeting, if top security officers are meeting and the agenda is to ensure that free and fair and without fear polls take place, why is that equal to a military style takeover? Why should one say that, this is to spread panic?
Swati, very patiently I was listening to all the co-panelists. See, the desperation with which Mr. Modi is fighting West Bengal election, that desperation was visible in Delhi also. So we had one target of Arvind Kejriwal, another target is of Mamata Banerjee. All right. The friends from BJP and then Mr. Gupta, I want to ask, the case against Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Suvendu Adhikari, Soman Chatterjee, what is the status of those cases? Can you please answer? Can you please ask the gentleman to answer?
Yes, Tuinsana is listening to you.
Have they been dropped?
No, of course not. He's there on the broadcast. एक मिनट, आपने पूछ लिया तो जवाब ले लीजिए, please. Yes.
Please answer the question, sir.
You know, the point is, can I address this?
Go ahead.
हाँ, बताइए ना एक बार.
You know, barring a flimsy accusation, there is not even a single FIR against Hemanta Biswa Sarma. In fact, he has been recorded to state that if you make these baseless allegations,
so please answer, why did BJP
So please don't make these baseless. Please don't make these baseless allegations. I'm giving you one example. Mukul Rai had joined BJP, and you asked me a question. You listen to me. Mukul Rai had joined BJP. There was some
lying on the national channel.
Can they, when they ask a question, can they have the basic courtesy to listen? When Mukul Rai had joined BJP, there were some charges against him which could not be.
You asked a question, take a response.
TMC. So were the cases reopened? Were the cases reopened? No, because there are so many cases which eventually don't move ahead because of lack of evidence. You must realize this. You are a lawyer.
Pratap Sarma, Hassan Mushri.
We could not, the investigating agencies could not come up with adequate evidence.
Political agent.
Okay.
That was the reason.
Okay, I know, Tushar, I know you want to come in. Okay, Tushar, I know you want to come in. I want Mr. Bharti to finish his point. Okay. Okay, Tushar, I know you want to come in. I just want Mr. Bharti to finish his point, then you can rebut.
They joined BJP.
What do you want?
And ED goes off.
There are so many cases where investigating agencies are not able to gather adequate evidence. As a lawyer, you have to understand the legal process. Do you want to say that based on accusations, based on allegations, a person should be convicted? What are you talking?
He's responding, Mr. Bharti. One second. You asked a question.
He does not
have some patience to listen to what he has to say.
I don't know what kind of lawyer he is.
Then you can always come in rebut, but allow him to finish. You asked a question.
I can teach you law better than your father.
Very simple.
Okay?
There are many cases which eventually don't move ahead because the investigating agency is not able to accumulate clinching evidence.
Okay.
It's a legal process.
Okay, one second. No need to get personal. No need to get personal. Stick to the issue. Tushar Gupta wants to make a point. Yes.
What is Somnath Bharti so rattled about? His own party exists because in 2013 they were making allegations against the Congress. They went and joined the Congress. In 2015 they were making allegations against the RJD. Later on they joined the RJD. Then they were making allegations against the AIDMK and DMK. Today Arvind Kejriwal is campaigning for the DMK. So what is Somnath Bharti questioning everyone else about?
All right. So there's a washing machine in the INDI block as well. Somnath Bharti, respond to that.
No, I am questioning ED. I am questioning CBI. I am questioning Election Commission.
Okay. But you started with washing machine. You started with washing machine. So Tushar Gupta. Okay, you started with washing machine. So Tushar Gupta is saying there's a washing machine in the INDI as well, where the AAP keeps on cursing the Congress does the same, and then you come together. There's a breakup. Again, you want to come together. You had this entire anti-corruption movement against the Congress.
ED case against Subhendu Adhikari.
He has no answer.
What happened to that case?
He has no answer.
Are you going to respond to the washing machine charge?
What happened to that case?
Mr. Bharti, there's a washing machine charge on the INDI as well.
I'm asking, don't counter-question me.
Why not?
I'm asking what happened to
the co-panelists are going to do that. If you ask them a question, they will respond and counter-question as well, Mr. Bharti.
He's not able to understand.
Come on.
That.
That's the question.
Mr. Bharti, there will be counter questions as well.
Democracy, Swati. Mr. Modi has killed the democracy in the country. They did not participate in the freedom struggle of India. They have no taste. They are enemy of the country. They will destroy the nation.
Participating in an anti-corruption.
They will destroy the nation. They were puppets. They were informers. They were slaves of the Britishers.
Okay, Mr. Bharti. Okay, Mr. Bharti.
Mr. Bharti is making absolutely no sense.
Okay, it's fine that you're leveling allegations. It's fine that you're leveling allegations. It's fine that you're leveling allegations and raising questions, and you seek answers from BJP, but you also have to reply to the counter questions coming your way. It is not a one-sided conversation. You're part of a debate, Mr. Bharti. It's a debate. Let me bring in our other panelists as well. Doctor, one second. Let me bring in Mr. Pullara. Mr. Pullara, what's happening in West Bengal? What according to you is happening in West Bengal? Okay, all right, Mr. Bharti.
You see, by all measures, Mamata Banerjee is going to win. By all accounts, by all surveys. And it is most unseeming to do these raids during election time. Can't you wait for a week, 15 days?
The process started 4 months back. Their argument is that it all started 4 months back.
Just on the eve of elections, when you do such things, are the people foolish? Even if they're guilty, these people think they're being fixed. What is the artlessness which the central government is doing during election time? Please tell me, why now? Why are they great criminals or running away abroad? You can ask them to stay, come for questioning after the election. It is nothing but to terrorize people.
Okay.
They've done it even in Tamil Nadu, though I shouldn't defend that man. A crowd went berserk. They brought him to Delhi, Syria inquiry, as if he's an international coup. Same thing is happening in Bengal. It is to
But Mr.
frighten
Rao,
them.
let me ask you a very simple question. Now, if this was to terrorize people, you know that this matter went to the Supreme Court. I am not aware. Perhaps you can tell me, throw more light on. Did the Supreme Court take such a stand that the Enforcement Directorate is doing all of this to terrorize people and doing it because elections are around the corner? I am not updated about that. But if in case you are, you can tell me.
No, definitely. The Supreme Court is not going to give a political view. Whether they are right to do it, they have the right, it says. But where is the common sense? Is this the right time to do this? Another 5 days, the elections are over. During election time, summoning people.
Can I answer this?
This is not. This is a very.
You know, you're not answering my question. I'm asking you: did the Supreme Court take such a stand? Did the Supreme Court say that we question the intention of the agency that it's doing all of this when the elections are around the corner?
Supreme Court did not say you won't do it before elections or don't make a unnecessary spectacle of yourself. Unnecessary spectacle. What is the big idea? Can't they wait 4 days, 5 days? What is the thing?
Okay, so even if you think that a case is made against an individual, you should wait for 4 days, 5 days because elections are around the corner. All right, Abbas Haider, elections ke liye sab rok do. Mr. Haider, can you hear me?
Well, Swati, the pattern is undeniable now. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Whether it is central agency, security protocol or administrative power that the Bharatiya Janata Party is using every day as an instrument to undermine and disrupt the opposition parties. From so-called security restriction during PM Modi's visit to affecting Hemant Soren's campaign, everything, to even IT raid in Tamil Nadu today at a Congress leader's house. All these things, all these measures they take, every central agency, even the Election Commission is being weaponized by the Bharatiya Janata Party to throttle the opposition voices. But if you talk about ED, you are raiding IPAC official who are conducting the election campaign for the Trinamool Congress. It's fine. You're doing it. You always do it. Before Uttar Pradesh election, income tax raids were made on the houses of the Samajwadi Party leader in Uttar Pradesh. Right now, elections are going on in West Bengal. They are doing the same thing there. But the question here is, have they ever raided house of Hemanta Biswa Sharma in Assam? He's also accused in similar cases. Naveen Jindal is also accused in ED cases. Even in a coal case, Naveen Jindal is accused. The presumption of innocence is the basis of law. And here, the Bharatiya Janata Party, they try to undermine the opposition leader. They use everything that is available in the book to use against the opposition, which is not acceptable.
Okay, I think Tuhin Sinha should respond to that. But Mr. Abbas Haider, tell me, one second, he will respond to it. But tell me, does this give the TMC a right to call the top security officers pet IPS officers of the BJP and Paltu IPS officers of the BJP? Is that what these top security officers are?
The Trinamool Congress fears selective enforcement and intimidation on the ground, which is happening. The Bharatiya Janata Party is always sending selective IPS officers.
So then how can any opposition party win in this country? So then how can any opposition party win in this country? How did TMC win the last assembly elections? How did Congress win Karnataka? How did Congress win Telangana? How is there a Congress government in Himachal Pradesh?
I'll tell you how they are winning these states, because despite the Bharatiya Janata Party manipulating the playing field, these opposition parties have huge wave for them. That is why the people have flooded. Certainly in Uttar Pradesh, if there would have been a level playing field for the Samajwadi Party.
So लोकसभा में जो performance समाजवादी पार्टी का रहा था वो क्या था sir? You spoke about it, right? You spoke about your performance, your party's performance. वो कैसे हो गया?
बाद में पूछा, I know you are getting to that. मैं कह तो रहा हूँ, हम 75 सीट जीतते उत्तर प्रदेश में अगर लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड होती यूपी में. बट वो नहीं थी. उसके बावजूद हम 43 पे.
तो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड अगर है ही नहीं, इतना मैनिपुलेशन, भारी लेवल पे मैनिपुलेशन हो रहा है, तो उतनी भी कैसे मिली जितनी मिल गई? उससे भी कम पे रोक दिया जाता अगर इतना मैनिपुलेशन हो रहा होता. Tuhin Sinha, respond to that. I will direct all your questions to Tuhin Sinha. Let him respond. Yes, Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, before I wrap up. Tuhin Sinha.
Absolutely. Since the very learned Pulla Rao and Samajwadi Party spokesperson have repeatedly asked why now. Let me answer this. You know, the answer is very simple, because the age of match fixing is over. If incriminating evidence has come out now, we have no obligation to be nice to TMC. Congress had that obligation, and Congress is suffering for the last many decades because of this match fixing which used to, happen in the Congress era. And finally, I have a query for TMC. Since the TMC representative very conveniently says that that IPAC is like their ID cell, are there spokespersons also from IPAC? Is he from IPAC over here representing the TMC? So these flimsy excuses, are basically exposed today.
Okay.
IPAC is a money laundering firm disguised as a election management firm. And that money laundering firm is owned by TMC.
Of which you were the very first client. Of which you were the very first client, Mr. Tuhin. Of which you were the very first client. Right? The precursor of that IPAC was with the name which was called Citizens for Accountable Governance. And the BJP was the very first client that had signed the agreement with them. And there has been a trail of money, this thing has been going on with them, after which it was cut short.
It was never an IT firm for
IPAC
us.
got formed in 2015. From 2013 to 2015, it worked for you.
All right. The Bharatiya Janata Party says that action is being taken against corruption, but it's the desperation of the TMC that they are hitting out at the Prime Minister and spreading a narrative. As far as the TMC is concerned, TMC says BJP is rattled, they're desperate to win polls in West Bengal, and that's why it can go to any extent. Gentlemen, we've heard what you have to say. Let's also take a look at how people are looking at all the developments taking place in West Bengal. The question that we asked our viewers was about the Prime Minister's Jhalmuri break. So TMC says that this is staged drama. Is this a sign of desperation? 71% people have voted yes. They feel this is desperation of TMC. 25% have voted no, while 4% have not been able to make up their mind. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on debate number 1.